was told to behave. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming today. So, first of all, I think I want to divide what I say into two separate topics. The first thing is we're all here because we know that heart disease is very common. Heart disease is very difficult to predict. Heart and vascular disease can be asymptomatic. Secondly, we also need to know that the South Asian subset is a specific subset, and there's research that's going on. We want more research. We want more funds to study this specific population. And then subsequently, in addition to the science and the clinical medicine that's involved in the South Asian subset, we also want to involve advocacy. We want to involve the government. We want to involve specific laws that help us protect not just everybody, but also the South Asian subset. And I'll explain to you a little bit more why this is even more important and why people in North America are very, very interested in studying this. So one of my, other than practicing clinical cardiology, and some of you are known to me in the office, heart disease is pretty common, meaning unfortunately there are a lot of young Indian men and women who have heart disease, who think they cannot get heart disease for some reason, because they think A, they're healthy, B, they think they're vegetarian, C, they think they exercise, 4, they think that for various reasons they are different. They're not. Actually, there is a very high incidence for some reason, and I think Sati is trying to figure out. There's a whole genetic hypothesis that is currently being worked up of South Asian genes that is specifically studied. So the idea is there is a very high risk subset, and the South Asians with heart disease is something that the American Heart Association has actually added as a risk factor, meaning just like high blood pressure, diabetes, being South Asian is a risk factor. That's recently been studied, and it's going to go. And just taking another step towards why this is also going to become important as we move forward, the 2030 goal for the American Heart Association is no more heart and vascular disease, or preventing heart and vascular disease. It actually involves global health. So the 2030 goal for the American Heart Association is to increase the health and well-being, not just in North America, in the world. So the mission and vision statement in the AHA involves the world. And why is this important? Because by 2030, there would be more people in South Asia than the population of North America with heart disease. Because diabetes and coronary disease, most of you will have stories of somebody, some brother, a sister, a family member who was 40, 35, 38, who suddenly was, going to work and is no more. So the idea is to, what does the Red Saree organization that we would like to do along with Sakti and all of us here in this room is A, increase awareness, B, educate as many people as possible, not just educate only the South Asians, but educate the larger majority to know that heart disease and stroke are pretty common. And 3, use our pulpit to decide and work with the various South Asians who occupy roles at various levels. You guys all know that the president, the CEO of both Google and Microsoft come from South India right now. So the idea is, how can we use our tremendous support that we can harness from our South Asian population, and to develop something so that people know, are aware, and then with that we can grow more and more. So when Sakti and me started talking initially, a year ago or something, we were just chatting, and he's the brains behind this, and he puts a lot of time and effort towards getting this. The idea for us was to kick this off today with about 100 people. And then our goal would be to take this initially to the 4 large healthcare systems within Cincinnati, talk to them, and then subsequently take this along with the AHA, partner with various other organizations, and see how the next generation of kids, meaning unfortunately our kids are living lives which are completely, I have 2 sons who are not here today, I can beat them up. So the idea would be they are growing in a different world, their genes are still the same. So heart disease and stroke is going to affect them at even more younger age than what they actually know, which is actually I'm seeing more and more of the tech kids who unfortunately some of them I see in my office. The average age of a computer engineer with heart disease is 40. So they start living lifestyles which are very stressful. They don't know the amount of stress that they go through, not just technology people in medicine. I have more stories of my partners. One of my own partners, suddenly one day, he came to work and he was no more. He died of sudden cardiac death. So this is something that is pretty common, and I think the more we all join together and work to increase awareness, promote research, join with the advocacy work, all of us would benefit from this. And once again, thank you so much for everybody for coming. Thank you, Sakti. On with the mission, I suppose. And once again, thanks to my wife. I think